What should the Clippers do?
Well, when I was here 2 days ago, I said they should break that team up. And one of the members is no longer going to be there, obviously. And if you're Blake Griffin, you sit in the same situation that Carmelo Anthony sits in. People are wondering, why is this guy not, now he's a talented player, okay? Why has he not gotten further in his career? If you're Blake Griffin, you want to deal with the Warriors? Everybody, that's the one, right? You got Golden State. Go to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Cleveland. Now you got Carmelo, you got Blake Griffin, you got Kyrie, you got LeBron James. I want to see them play. I want to see those two teams play to see what happens now. If you're trying to be Golden State, okay? If that's the key, if you want to win a World Championship, and that's the key of a player, and that should be the key of an organization, especially in the NBA, because these players can move around. Not like the NFL. They can go. I'm going, hey, let's get that fellow over here with us. I'd like to see that game. I'd like to see that game.
You know, you said, and I got to give you a ton of credit on this, and also I want to give Jamel Hill credit. I was talking to Jamel a little earlier today, and she said, with Blake in L.A., you're looking at Carmelo in New York. And that's exactly right, except that Blake has a choice. And I think Blake can either go one of two ways.
Right.
He can go down Carmelo Anthony in New York path, or he can go down Chris Paul path.
Yes.
Because Blake, let's look at both of them for just a moment, okay? Blake's contract situation is very, very similar to that of Chris Paul. He can threaten an opt-out and suggest, I'm going wherever I want in free agency. Granted, I have to take some less money. I can go wherever I want in free agency if you don't trade me. And if you'll trade me, then I'll opt in. And I'll get that Los Angeles Clippers money I want wherever I go. So he can force the Clippers' hand just like Chris Paul did. He can tell them, I'm gone for nothing or I'm gone for something. Your choice. You can get something back in trade or I'm flying the coop either way. That's the Chris Paul path.
Yes.
And he can do it. He's got the opt-out situation. He can do it. And in my situation, my humble opinion, Oklahoma City. Go play with Russ. You know,
no.
Where you went to college. Listen,
no, you
the Cleveland thing is
Coach,
fantasy.
you can't win.
Listen, the Cleveland thing is fantasy.
You can't win.
You got to be able to trade something back. You got to make this work. Dan Gilbert will play luxury tax through the nose. He's shown that he will do that for LeBron. But at some point, reality sets in. You're not going to get Blake Griffin, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron on the same team. But getting Blake to Oklahoma City to play with Russ, that's realistic, and it's also a good team. It's a super team. It may not win, Coach. It may not be Golden State.
They did that already.
But it's better than Los Angeles.
They did that already.
And it took them.
They had the guy Durant that was there with him.
Yeah.
And Durant figured it out. Said, you know what? I got this good player with me. He was MVP, matter of fact, this year. Okay? And he says, you know what? Every time I turn around, people are saying, why can't this guy win a championship? He says, you know what? I got to go. Look, I'm going to win a championship.
Yep.
He left.
That's great. That sounds so fun in fantasy world. Now, I'm going to give this. Players are calling the shots.
Yeah,
and
they
players
are
are making things happen we never thought could happen. And Chris Paul has been an absolute off-season puppet master. He got everything he wanted. He got Los Angeles Clippers money playing for the Houston Rockets. He got an option to try out with James Harden for a year with the ability that a year from now he can say, hey, if it's not working out, I'm up with LeBron. I'm up with D. Wade. We can do the banana boat thing a year from now if this Houston thing doesn't work out. Chris Paul, maestro. Bravo. Nice job orchestrating it just like you want. And Blake can do that. But all the reports on Blake is, you can talk about his Cleveland all you want. He's not that interested in winning.
Wow.
He wants to stay in L.A.
Wow.
So if
he wants to stay in L.A.
And that's the Carmelo path. Things more important to you than winning. Stay in a town you want to be in. Be in the big market with the Hollywood you want to be in. That's the rap on Blake.
Well, then if you want to stay in L.A., go to Lakers. Go Lakers. You don't have to change gyms. Just change shirt, go play for the Lakers. Go on and play for the Lakers. If you want to stay in L.A., play for the Lakers. Because now you got a young guard that Lonzo Ball, he's supposed to be the savior. Well, help. And if you're the Lakers, well, let's help him. Let's get a guy in here that's got some experience, that's another star. Okay? Well, okay.
Yep.
Stay in L.A. then.
Yeah, he got to change his number from 32, though, because that's hanging in the rafters.
That's just in the rafters.
That's so I was sitting around thinking about it, too. Blake has, as I said, might need to stay where he is because we don't know if he's going to even be ready for the first part of the year, too. And I also got to say, because we keep talking about Chris and LeBron and all those, we have to talk about their representation. Whoever is looking for an agent should hire Chris Paul's agent. He's definitely a maestro. He knows exactly what to pull. He knew exactly how to get it. Because Chris is sitting there going, what's the best deal? So his representation has done a wonderful job in orchestrating this. My other conversation or thought about Blake is with his body constantly being injured or in the past.
This is 25 games a year.
He needs to be in a warm environment. He needs to be in a warm environment in order for his body to even get another 5 years. If he's going to get a 5-year deal, you got to think about that when you take him too.
You know, the one thing, I don't know where you are on this, John.
Wait a minute, they play inside, though, in the gym, don't they?
Yeah, but they
gym inside?
Yeah, but it seems like that.
Wait, don't they play basketball inside?
Right, but you go to those gyms that have ice under the court, and you got those gyms that you got to go outside and be in.
They
You
have
got
that
those...
at the Staples Center. Too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And where's he been hurt? Every single time. He only been in
He just hurt. He just stay hurt.
Hey, listen, when you go to Miami, you relax.
He hurt in L.A.
Yeah, but he's playing in a place that has ice under the floor.
Lord.
I'm telling you, it's the worst
I don't
place.
know about
Everybody sees it. I'm telling you, I did it. When I left Detroit, which I didn't want to leave, and I went down to Florida, my body changed. I was able to do better things in a warmer environment.
One thing we agree on, I don't know if you're there on this, John, because it is a warm environment, but one thing we agree on is the Clippers isn't going to work out. Why stay with the Clippers, Blake? What are you doing if you stay with the Clippers? You're not going to win. You're building a team around you and DeAndre. You and DeAndre and Chris Paul couldn't do it. How are you and DeAndre without Chris Paul going to do it? And the Clippers, you know what? Clippers are New York Knicks West. That's what they are. Ooh. They're New York Knicks West. They've been dysfunctional, just like the Knicks. The only difference is they've had more talent to do less with. That's the only difference. You got a better owner, but it's all added up to dysfunction. More talent, just as much dysfunction as the New York Knicks in New York City. And if Blake wants to be Carmelo of the West, go be Carmelo of the West.
You preached to the choir. I said that Monday.
Yeah, you did.
I said that Monday.
You said
we talked about this. I said, you know what? They should just break the team up now. And you guys hollered at me. Oh no, they stay together. They get 50 wins. That's all they can do. Get 50 wins. They can't beat Golden State. And what happened? As soon as I left up out here 2 days later, guess what?
Yeah.
The guard gone.